रोहित शेट्टी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है टाइम्स नेटवर्क पर। हम बहुत दिनों के बाद मिल रहे हैं
जी।
एंड इट्स रियली अ प्लेजर मीटिंग यू एंड टॉकिंग टू यू।
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rohit, tell me about this show. I think it's been now over 10 years.
Yeah.
And
Almost 10 years,
what makes you do it again and again?
I think the love the audience gives the show and me, I would say. And that is the biggest reason that I do the show. And obviously it's a stunt-based show. It's close to my heart. So whenever ऐसा होता है कि अगले सीजन का ऑफर आता है, definitely if I have time and I definitely see to it that I do this show because it's close to my heart.
So you adjust your movies?
नहीं, it's like
shooting.
प्लानिंग हो ही जाती है, इतने सालों से हम कर रहे हैं. So एक वो कल्चरली वैसा हो गया है.
आपको पता है?
कलर्स को भी पता है, मुझे भी पता है. पहले ही हम एक डिसाइड कर लेते कि भाई मेरी शूट होने वाली है तो नेक्स्ट सीजन ये डेट्स है, आप लोग देख लो. देन दे कम बैक के थोड़ा सा ऐसा एडजस्ट कर लो एंड इट हैपेंस.
So primarily you are saying it's your love for action, for stunts.
Yes, and the love we get from the show, definitely. Audience जो इतने सालों से शो को लाइक कर रही है, that's the biggest thing.
Your father has been the leading, in action. Does it stem from there, from early days while you were growing up?
Definitely. It's because of him. Because I thought that's my profession. This is what I have to do when I grow up. And yes, that's what I'm doing now.
So, you stepped into, when Akshay was doing it, when Priyanka was doing it, and then you got into this. So the challenge was obviously high.
Exactly.
And what sort of feedback you started getting? And how much, what kind of graph has it taken?
See, what happened is, after they did the show, I think 2 or 3 years, the show had shut down. It was not immediately the next season.
Yeah.
Then they changed the whole format. If you see that season, what they have done, and you see this, what we do now, the whole format is different. Totally different from the previous seasons, what they had done. And obviously, when you're doing a show which is that big scale, and first season when I was thinking, I was obviously worried, whether the audience will like me or not as a host of this show, which was hosted by big stars, and I'm a director. So first season I was worried. I worked really hard on it, and then when the TRP came and we came to know that it's working, and that's how I came to know, okay, audience are liking me as the host and the new format. And then it's been 10 years now.
The stunts have become more and more, I would say, you can say risky or whatever, I mean, and you at the helm. So how much does it scare you at times? कुछ ऐसे moments होते हैं जहाँ when you are apprehensive whether this person will carry it out, not carry it out?
Obviously that stress is always there.
Because you are the boss there, you are the teacher.
Yeah, but that stress is always there, and it should be there. You should not be overconfident where stunts are concerned. So you definitely keep in mind that when you're working with contestants, whether he or she will be able to pull it off or not, and whether there is a lot of risk involved or not, and how can we change it. And because ultimately they are not they are actors, they are not action they are not action guys. They are not trained for action technically. So you have to be careful every time whenever a stunt is happening.
So you modify
we don't modify, we see to it, okay, we make a stunt in a way that it doesn't become life threatening. Cuts and bruises or sprains तो वो होता ही है action में. You cannot avoid that. वो हर season में होता है. वो जब हम film भी करते हैं तो होता है. But we see to it that it's not life threatening.
Okay. So you said in one of your interviews that आप परख लेते हैं कि actor को देख के. Similarly, I think इसमें भी आप परख लेते होंगे.
जी.
Or do you interact with them and you come to know, or it's just you
it's
see
a gradual
because
process when you start working with them, because many of the when they come you're meeting them for the first time, and they are not trained in action. So gradually you realize that okay, she or he has this plus or minus, these are their positive side, or these are the things which they cannot do, and then which they cannot do, you have to train them, you have to encourage them to do that.
How do you mollify them when they are eliminated?
Oh, on the spot हो जाता है.
वो screen पे तो जो है, but if you are off screen also.
No, but because इतना time नहीं मिलता. It's not cinema that एक जो stunt है वो 3-4 दिन चल रहा है. It's a matter of 3-4 hours. उसी में उनसे वो करवाना होता है, pep talk दे के या technique बता के, या उनको guide करना पड़ता है हर step पर. That's how we do it.
Looking at the lot, you can make out these are the 3 who perhaps can make it to the last 3. That gut feeling, that instinct.
Yeah, many a time it happens, but this time it was like everyone was really good. It was difficult to decide on, and then after a point you were like, anybody who reaches the final will be the right choice because they have worked so hard. It's like that this season.
So this season, compared to the last season, what's the differentiator?
Every season comes with their own plus and minuses. Last season the contestants were different, the country was different, the action was different. The situations were different. This year the action is different, the country is different, and the contestants are different. So it changes with characters, with actors, with stunts, and with country. Everything changes.
So it's not tough to handle them when they are losing or when they are down and out?
No, it's been so many years now. So it's not tough. I take it as part of my job. That's why I've been called to do this show.
What's the mentality as a director, Rohit, at present when it comes to films? Like a lot of films are not working.
It's a phase. You've been in this
what
industry.
Do you think?
No. Nobody can pinpoint a particular thing because nobody knows anything. बैठ के बात सब कर सकते हैं. Even you are here in this industry for the longest time. It's a phase we are going through. And the phase will change. And it's always the mistletoe syndrome we are talking about. Why aren't we talking about Gadar, Jawan, Pathaan? Which has broken so many records.
Are we overspending?
Not really.
That's the common sentiment you get.
Not really. Everything has become very costly. From CGI to air tickets to hotel room, we are a running production house. So it's just that people have less knowledge, so they speak a lot. But it's not like that. It is everything is very costly. Filmmaking has become costly, and it's not only the actors; it's everything.
How much has it increased? Like if you were to say percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, it depends from film to film. What genre you are
subject?
Making, where are you making the film? Whether it is abroad, whether it is India, whether it is in a studio, how many sets you have. Every film has a different budgeting and different perspective. You cannot circle everything in one this thing. It's different for every director, every producer. It's different.
You cast big actors. How do you handle them?
It's easy for
when there are 7 or 8, for example, in your film.
I never faced an issue at all. Never.
Because when I sit with directors and producers, they say this one brings 6 people, 7 people. Nowadays there was a talk about entourage also, if you remember.
No, that is.
Does that annoy you? Does that bother you?
Not really. That is part of the life. We have only started giving them. So now we cannot just because few films have not worked, we can't say entourage kam karo.
एकदम change कर दो.
वो होगा नहीं.
This season, Khatron ke Khiladi, name the 3 bravest contestants.
I think all of them.
I'm not asking you the winner, don't worry. You are smart enough to tell me who were the 3 brave.
No, I can tell you the winner also baad mein. But for this season, it was, everyone had done a great job. So, I can't pinpoint on 1 or 2 people that they were good. When you see the show, you'll realize that why I'm saying like this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rohit.
Thanks.
Wish you all the best for Singham and all your future assignments.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.